Onmyodo. The Floating World. Traditionally, the outlook of any Onmyoji saw the world as fundamentally a place full of chaos. The magic of Onmyodo was looking past that chaos for any foothold and using special abilities to create small pockets or covens of orders, however temporarily, to weather out the tides of chaos that occasionally became overwhelming to regular humans and their creations and habitations. It was usual for these covens to assemble in groups of 13, as these were and are still considered the most magical and fortunate numbers in mystic traditions throughout the world. At the time of Onmyodo's highest popularity, Onmyoji used knowledge of the stars and heavens, as well as the originally Chinese discipline of Feng Shui, or Fusui in Japanese, in order to carefully assist those in need, as well as this. Certain mystic traditions, both from China and originating in Japan, found themselves within the disciplines of Onmyodo, all in the name of bringing order to chaos. A common Shinto belief in Japan is that of the energy of life floating through all things, so that even objects regarded as inanimate may be seen as living. In a way, this is the true nature of kami, these amazing and all-pervading energies, given personalities by their ways and actions in the legends of Japan. Often translated as God or gods, kami is so much more than just that. By knowing nature, we understand kami and communicate with kami. Through the principles of Zen, that through nature we are able to meditate and find the stillness and serenity within ourselves that allows us to stride unharmed through the chaotic flow and pick out the things that others are unable to see. As such, meditation is an important, even crucial part of Onmyodo. It is essential that an Onmyoji understands how to meditate. All that meditation involves is relaxing oneself and becoming in harmony with one's surroundings. You don't have to chant at first, although some people find it helpful. The only important thing is to feel at peace and relax, to concentrate. With practice, it will come more easily and more naturally. Some people can meditate anywhere, even within a crowd, moving, or simply by gazing into a cup of tea in a cafe. To be able to focus and relax at the same time gives you so many treasures. Incense. Some who meditate prefer to light incense. It puts them in a contemplative mood. Incense is now easy to buy, but the prospect of selecting the right scent may be daunting for those who have never used it. There are so many kinds of incense, both in forms and in scents, that a simple trip to the store to purchase some may be confusing and frustrating if you have no experience in doing so. First of all, incense comes in several forms. There are also powdered, rawer, and natural forms available in some places. If you are buying incense for the first time, you will most likely need a holder of some sort. Stick incense, and most traditional, is a stick of pure, solid incense, such as ko. For the pure incense sticks, you can often use a smaller holder that will hold the stick straight upright, and several brands come with one of these included in the package. The best and most traditional popular option is to get a decent sized pot. Most incense is very easy to use. You simply light the end. A true Onmyoji never blows out the incense, because it is considered an affront to the flame. Most pure incense sticks, incense cones, and spiral incense may be snuffed out almost immediately, as they are very quick to kindle since they are pure. Meditation. To meditate is easy. All that is involved is relaxation and focus. Here are some helpful methods that you may wish to use in order to meditate at any time. You should be seated in a special position, cross-legged or kneeling, hands on your thighs, breathing in a special rhythm in through the nose and out through the mouth to meditate. All that is required is inner peacefulness. Breathing is one of the most important things to remember in meditation. Of course, people breathe naturally, but if you concentrate on your breathing, it is easy to ignore other things. If you simply listen to your breathing and feel your breathing, you will be able to focus on that. Everything else will fall away. You will be able to appreciate your breathing as you breathe in through the nose and then out through the mouth, slowly as you relax. In ideal circumstances, some people like to put on music while they meditate. Usually, this is only possible if you are meditating in a place that is not crowded, or perhaps your personal space at home. Some people recommend instrumental music only, while others feel that lyrics do not distract them from the experience. Lyrics can oftentimes be helpful since many songs are constructed in a way to have a repeating chorus.
We recommend ancient Japanese and Etruscan Rassena instrumental music only to connect with specific energies concerning the Enlightenment cultural movement, otherwise known as Obi-ichi Enzo Shindo.
This is reminiscent in its own way of a chant, which many people who meditate regularly understand the value of in meditation and focusing. The natural world. Without trying to communicate with and understand nature, we cannot ever begin to interact with the world around us. Many humans and even yokai are surrounded by human habitation, and this has become integrated with what may think of as nature, because this is the world's state in many parts. Even asphalt and tall buildings have their place in nature as part of a habitation. And in some cities, parks are built with huge and all but enclosed ecosystems side by side with apartment buildings, stores and other similar things. But of course, the old natural world is the most powerful and effective in terms of generating ki, life force energy. However, in many cases, habitations are not occurrences of nature itself, but instead attempts to control nature and bend it to the will of whomever might wish to be shielded. This is true for all animals, humans included, and too widespread a habitation often intrudes upon others. Humans are most guilty of extending their cities, towns, and villages far outside of their need, which can make it difficult to live for both humans and any other creatures who happen to be near. It is not impossible to live in harmony with nature, though wherever you happen to be. Even within the middle of a city, one can bring nature and commune with it. Without trees and plants, for example, cities look bleak and inhospitable indeed. It is much the same with homes. Even if you live in an apartment, it is advisable that you keep at least a few living plants in your house. It is always best to grow them from seed, but if you feel uncomfortable doing that, you can purchase many affordable plants at nearly any store. If you insist that you have no green thumb, many types of ferns, especially the popular air ferns, and bromeliads are easy to care for and lush, beautiful plants that will bring color and life to your home. Location is not as important as mindset. However, natural things like plants, trees, and wildlife can help you to achieve a more harmonious mindset. By observation of these things, one may even begin to make sense out of the chaotic surrounding. By finding a focus and a still point in nature, we can find the same in ourselves. The elements. Certain traditions, such as that used here in Shindo Fushin Ryu Dojo, use 5 colors to represent each element. Pink for fire, yellow for water, blue for air, green for earth, and red for void. The stars. The stars and celestial movements are things that have long fascinated many. In the development of Onmyodo, the study of the stars and their bearings on the world, such as observed in the underlying legends of the Tanabata festival, have regularly proved important and extremely applicable to the study of Onmyodo. For quite some time, Onmyoji would study charts of the stars and observe their movements, and accordingly, their discoveries would assist them in their everyday duties. Some used the stars to plan out the most auspicious times to call upon their magical arts, whereas others simply consulted the stars for divinatory purposes from time to time. Whatever their purposes, the stars were indispensable to most for their versatility and mystery. As there are so many resources related to astronomy and astrology, the topic will not be explored in depth here, and as with any other research, it is up to the individual Onmyoji to include it in his or her practice. Many find astrology to be too complex and difficult to do ably, or simply feel it is not worth the trouble necessary to derive meaningful results. In my humble opinion, if the Onmyoji does not look to the stars for guidance, he or she is missing out on the fullness of the blessings and gifts available to them from the universe. For it is known in Onmyodo that we are all children of the stars. A true Onmyoji would not imagine going very long without consulting a star chart. Whatever your decision, remember that any divinatory method or consultation is advising only, not written in stone. If you are well experienced in the craft and have done your research, certain things can be tempered with your own feelings and intuition on the subject, and any Onmyoji who does not trust their own inner feelings is less effective.
I am Shigana Sensei, also known as Frankie Trainer.